Good evening. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Tuesday, November 9th. Pretty choppy session today. We ended the session down, going into the last 30 minutes, we were down 100 points. Big driver of that, of course, was a bounce in the dollar. The reason we have the dollar bouncing, at least over the last couple of days, is coincidentally enough, the European debt crisis has all of a sudden raised its ugly head. In my opinion, no coincidence at all given the QE2. It's just more of the games that you see in the currency markets rearing its head. All of a sudden, now Ireland and Greece debt troubles are back, and that is weighing on the euro, which is sending buyers into the dollar. The dollar goes up and the market goes down. Looking at the Dow 15-minute chart, retraces like this, as you can see over the last month, are pretty commonplace. We've got support in this time frame at the 200-day moving average at 11,286. If we look at the daily chart, you can see as well on the daily chart, we've been sort of easing off after our QE2 rally of last week. We are still above the 20-day exponential, and that support is 150 points lower at 11,181, and we could go down there and still be fine and dandy on this market. We really do need a retrace, as I've mentioned in the chat room. Not a whole lot of low risk trades left in this market unless you want to chase stocks that have had nice runs over the last couple of months. So we sort of need the air to come out of the market a little bit. Next week is also options expiration week, and typically what you see happen, especially if we've got a rally going into options expiration, is the Tuesday, Wednesday before options expiration, we see the market start to move counter the previous trend. Last couple of options expiration, the market has really ignored that, and we've continued to push higher. So let's see if that happens again. Again, retrace would be nice. I mean, we are running out of quality plays right now. We need a little air to come out of the bubble, for lack of a better word, right now. And, any retrace, if it does happen, will be pretty shallow, in my opinion, because we've got a lot of liquidity splashing around out there. And, as it has been over the last month, the movements of the dollar is going to pretty much determine where we go, at least on the near term. SMH gave us an indication early today that we were looking at some red action coming on the market, and then we had the SMA or the market confirm that going into the last hour. Very nice run on the SMH over the last couple of weeks. We've run 10% on the SMH from $28 all the way up to almost 31.50. So a little back testing back to the 8-day moving average of 30.31, or even to the 20-day exponential at 29.45, and the uptrend would still be in place and would give us an opportunity to actually jump back in and grab another trade here. As you can see, volume again was pretty low. Sort of a bullish kind of thing. The retrace over the last couple of days, the volume has been pretty low, and over the last couple of months, really since August, when we've seen retraces on low volume, the retrace is really short, and we see a pretty big spike shortly thereafter. Jumping on to stock plays, very nice day for our positions today, especially given what the market did. LVLT, we jumped into this one a couple of days ago, 88 cents, 89 cents. When Kaboom today was trading at $1.80 in pre-market, and then mid-morning traded as high as $1.11. Reason for this: Netflix has signed a deal with Level 3. This and Limelight had big pops on their stocks today. This is a stock like Sirius, very high volume stock, trading under $1. The rebate traders get to go crazy on it. So, and 18% of this stock is short. So what we had happening most of the day, small little spikes, but for the most part, they were doing their best to keep this stock under $1. Mid-morning, we saw a big explosion in volume on Level 3, and the stock started breaking out, went to $1.10, and the shorts were panicking, and we had a flash crash. One of those things where the robots go, they send a trade at a ridiculous price and trigger trade stops. Highly manipulated. The trades ended up getting reversed, but it sort of took the oomph out of the breakout move here. And it's just another one of these tools that these algorithm robot programs use to manipulate the market. Still, looking at the chart, what we're looking for now is another secondary target, is a move to 117, and then the 200-day moving average up there at 124. Typically, actually, let me look at the 1-year chart. Typically, when level 3 has a big spike, it usually has some follow through in the next session. So we'd be looking for a gap up move on this one tomorrow. If you're playing the stock, you can trail your stops to 96 cents, the 50-day moving average here. But I think we're about ready to enter a new uptrend in this stock, and it could be a very nice play going into year end, especially with the Netflix angle. Mad Cats, our play on the Call of Duty Black Ops pay. Hit 67 cents intraday today, 50% gainer from our call a couple of weeks ago. Very nice move. Of course, going into close like many stocks, and again, it does trade on Scamex. We had some bogus 58-cent close. You know, if this stock was trading on the NASDAQ index, I have no doubt in my mind that we'd be looking at a stock trading in the ones right now, not at 60 cents, especially with its earnings, EPS, and the hype and momentum surrounding this stock. So, you know, we should see a lot of press tomorrow on the Call of Duty launch, and hopefully we'll see some follow through on the play. JSDA Jones Soda, nice little breakout today, traded as high as $1.38. We've got earnings coming on Thursday, which will probably be good, and it may be worth a little gamble taking some of this into the earnings report. Remember, they signed a deal with Walmart, so we've got a whole quarter of Walmart pushing their product that could potentially hit the bottom line here and be a nice upside move. We got a nice little breakout here on really good volume, and some follow through tomorrow to 135 to 140 could be in the cards. OPXT, a stock we've played a bunch of times, had a good earnings report, and what we've seen on a lot of stocks with good earnings reports, they get hammered. If they have bad earnings reports, they break out. It's just that kind of market right now. OPXT down 15% on a good earnings report. Double bottom in place here right now. As I mentioned in the alert, we had our stops at $1.36. I would actually trail stops to $1.39, 38.39. Just keep a tight leash, just given how the market is right now. And our target on this is a move back to the 50-day moving average. First target, so 151 to 155 is target here. But all the indicators are pretty oversold, and definitely one, if you're not in yet, to keep a very, very close eye on. NEI Network Engines, great earnings report. Stock down, 6 days in a row now. Just highly gamed stock. Retraced its entire breakout move, but we're back down here at the 50-day moving average. And, you know, the last time we had that big breakout in October, we had a 6-day retrace, a couple of days consolidation, and then we had a nice little fat run. So definitely, if you've got the patience, this is a stock that will be up in the twos in no time, in my opinion. So look at this dip if you've got the patience and the account as a buying opportunity, or just sit in place and be patient on it, because, you know, the earnings report they posted, this stock should not be trading at this level right now. XSEL, China advertising play. Again, the market was sort of so-so on the China plays today, but it held up really strong. Every time the stock gets a dip, a big bidder comes in. Buying volume has been very, very good recently. 30 cents is what will light this one up, and we're looking for a move to 38 cents on this chart. ARNA, this was our play into the conference call earnings today. We were expecting data on their diabetes drug, and the data did not disappoint. Came in, hit our target on the nose, was trading at $1.71 in pre-market. We were looking for $1.65, so a nice quick 10% gain on this stock, you know, and now we'll just sit back and see what it does in the near term. So that's pretty much it for the video. Going into tomorrow, really our focus is on LVLT and JSDA, and looking for a bounce on NEI and XSEL. But, you know, we're sort of not a whole lot of alerts the last couple of days. Take a wait and see approach, see what the market does. Also remember, I will be gone next week, so I'm trying not to call a whole lot of plays because I won't be around to update on them. So if you've got any questions, any comments, shoot me an email or just hit me up in the chat room, and I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.